Hey everybody, Dana Stover here with the Magic of Somatic Money, back to visit with you about the new 5D money timelines that are getting anchored into planet Earth's energetic grid at this point. So we've got a couple of different highlights on this topic, and let me just give you the rundown so you know what we're going to be talking about. First, we're going to be talking about the Schumann's resonance and timing. Then we're going to be talking about prediction stuff with that. And then also I'm going to tune in with my spirit team as far as any messages, any prime messages that they have for all of you about the new 5D money timelines on the planet. So we're just going to try and see if we can pack all of that into this. And bear with me, I tend to see better when I've got my reading glasses on here. So let's go ahead and start with the Schumann's resonance. Forgive me, I have tried already to do the green screen. I can get the green screen up, but I cannot get the background thing to stick. And so we're going to go old school with analog. And for any of the Schumann's resonance reading stuff, you really need to go over to Erin Brown. She is the expert. She is doing amazing stuff with that. I am a newbie at this, but there's some things I want to point out. So in my last two videos, if you haven't seen them, you need to go back to my last two videos, the one with the zucchini blossom and then the one after that, and that will catch you up to speed. And this is backwards. You're going to be looking at this backwards. So right around here was when I did the zucchini blossom video, and I was saying, hey, my spirit team is saying there's a big gateway coming up tonight. And then through that day, we got blasted. And right here where we got blasted, this is where spirit team dropped on me the whole message about the new 5D money, new timelines are anchoring into the earth now. Like that happened right there. And then I thought it was over, right? I thought it was over. Well, we slept through the night. And remember, the time zones on this are Russia. So there's like a 14-hour difference. So you have to adjust for that. And so I'm guessing a little bit here. But this for us was through the nighttime, and then we woke up yesterday, and yesterday we were in a full-on barrage here. This was through the night and into the morning. And so, and if you remember, you go back to look at my other video, spirit team was really clear, and I pendulum checked this on my own calendar. Like I'm looking at my calendar, and the gateway that happened for us here in the United States through our time zones, spirit team was very clear that it was happening through the night. A good chunk of this was happening through the night, and look at this line. Erin, in her video, I checked with her in her video this morning, she did not say anything about a gateway, but typically lines in the field, either black lines, and I'm not sure what white lines mean, but usually breaks like that mean some sort of timeline jump. Spirit team, I can hear them saying, no, it was a gateway. It was a gateway. So through this maximum energy, we went through the gateway right there. And I'm looking at my calendar, and that is exactly when Spirit World said we would be going through a gateway. So we have come through a massive amount of energy right there. And Spirit Team wants you to know this is up-level stuff. This is meant to boost us, to bring us to a whole other level. So if you've got ideas pouring in and new structures pouring into your business, or you cannot keep up with the ideas or the changes, guess what? That's all going on right there. I'm going to go ahead and set this down. So Spirit Team wants me to talk with them for just a second. So let me just kind of do this here. Tune in with them, and let's see what they've got going on here. The main message I'm hearing right now is integration. Integration, integration, integration. They're saying we have been blasted, absolutely blasted, and our cellular structure, our DNA structure is rearranging. And they're saying, remember, this is an up-level restructuring and a whole bunch of new energy that's come in. And right now, the best thing we can do is integrate, 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 integrate. So really take stock of where you're at, write down those ideas. You don't necessarily have to act on them right away, but it's just like, take it in and allow it to be. I can hear somebody on Spirit Team saying, y'all aren't drinking enough water. So we really need to hydrate, rest, self-care, even be in water if we possibly can. And they also want to make a nod. Isn't it interesting that, whoops, let me get that right. Isn't it interesting that as we went through that, think about the chaos that happened this week on a political level. Think about all of the activity that happened. That was not an accident. The two, like as we are moving into this new space, we are also, there's a catharsis created around us as our society is basically changing along with it. Emphasis on change, not on the fear. Yes, it is destructuring to come into restructure. Keep that in mind. All right. Then, and as far as this weekend, if you watch those other videos, especially one video, I talk about that there is another gateway coming over the weekend. Because just as a side note, I'm HSP, highly sensitive, neurospicy, all of astrology, Schumann's, solar, all of this stuff, it really affects me. So I have to know what's going on energetically so I know where I'm optimally functioning and where to take a break. And so I naturally do this for myself. And it occurred to me that I could use my pendulum to see if I could predict or designate where those timeline jumps are happening, because they really do rattle us pretty good in a good way, but it still takes a lot. So given that, and we're going to try this as an experiment. I am not one of those psychics. I do not like to make predictions. I don't. But I've worked so thoroughly with my pendulum, and I've worked so thoroughly with my spirit team. I trust the information that I'm getting in. And so I have right now on my calendar a big mark through my calendar right now, July 21st, Sunday. There's going to be a lot of energy roll through. We already have the full moon. It's a big full moon in Capricorn. So astrologically, that's what's going on. You need to be paying attention to that. But yeah, I can just feel the energy pour through me. Sunday all day is a gateway day. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing more of that. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But just know Sunday is another gateway day. So heads up, radar up. Really good self-care. Make sure you're not pushing it too much. Really have great intent as far as directional intent. And remember, this is the moon that's kind of, I've been hearing astrologists say, this is the moon of reaping what we sow. So be very aware of the path that you're on as far as what you're planting and what you are reaping along that path. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. We'll see what happens with Schumann and the new 5D money timeline stuff. Spirit team doesn't have any specific messages about money as of yet. We need to integrate, and we will check back in and see what's going on for Sundays. I will see you on the flip side of this. Make it a good one.